permanent patties of the world are like, good thing about resale. Might have blown one of my geeks lifting that thing.
What? Time to get rid of the infamous, what do you call this, a buffet hole?
We're running into like marital bliss here because Kristen today caught me.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. On the last episode, we continued to build the framing of our dreams. The dining room area is coming alive. Everything from my design is finally being able to, I can see the masterpiece that we are going to create here. Do you think it's a masterpiece?
The masterpiece that will become.
So we are moving forward. There's so much work to be done. We are going to keep moving ahead. We have some big demolition today, and I'm a little nervous about it because it's going to be destroying up our kitchen that we are currently using. So could it be a bad idea? It might be.
On our design, we are going to have to move this kitchen forward. Kristen said it's way too big of a space. We got to slide everything forward, and then we're going to turn where the kitchen is now into a massive, luxurious butler's room and/or slash pantry. I don't really know what a butler's room is, but some of y'all out there might know. So this has to be moved out. I'm going to do my best to keep this intact completely because we still want to use it. We live in this house. We live in our construction zone. We still do use this quite often. So we need to take it out in one piece if we can. It'll make our life worth living. I got a big wall that I got to put right through here. So this guy got.
Does this remind you of the boat days?
Yep. Reminds me that I'm a big old boy. I'm a big old boy and I'm going into little boy spaces. So not only is being cramped in this tiny space reminding me of the boat days, it's also reminding me of my wiring on the boat. I would just very often use an extension cord as electricals because it was just simple on the boat, and it was oftentimes hard to find stuff when you're out and about traveling through the islands. But I see that my boy here, he did it just like me. He said just throw some extension cords on there. And what's awesome is when you're paying thousands of dollars for inspections, they don't say anything about that. So obviously this is up to code because that was never mentioned to me. And people really freak out. The permanent patties of the world are like, good thing about resale, what about permits, blah, blah. Like, you think Buddy pulled a permit for these outlets and just got buck wild? We didn't care. You ain't gonna crawl into every cabinet when you go to buy a house. So, this is what I got. And it actually is relieving because I know that I can easily move this because I can just unplug it, move it away, and then plug it in later.
can see what was keeping it together was the kickboard. These are all screwed in still.
Alright, so we got that chunk of the counter out of the way. No big deal. Might have blown one of my gates lifting that thing
What?
up. No big deal. If you don't use it, you lose it. Anyway, now I have to get my tools out and get ready set up for my wall. The reason I moved that thing so far away is because I'm going to assemble my wall on the floor and then stand it all up in one shot and then do my kickers up from there. So that's what I'm doing. Let's do it. I noticed for the most part, I was able to take, house is haunted. I was able to take most of that off in 3 big chunks. I did that because Uncle Joseph cussed me out when I first took down the other wall. He said, all these chunks. He's got super OCD, so he said, you gotta take the drywall when you rip it down. He said, take those extra couple seconds, take it down the biggest pieces that you can, because it helps you throw it in the dumpster. So there's to you, Uncle Joseph.
Okay, real talk. We are deep in this renovation, but behind the scenes, we have been dreaming about traveling again. If you're not new to our channel, you know traveling is not new to us. We literally used to live on a sailboat. And finding mobile data overseas has been such a nightmare on too many occasions. That's why when we do start traveling again, we'll be using Simify. Simify is an eSIM card, which basically means you don't use a physical SIM card. You download mobile data, and when you land, your phone works. You don't have to go to any airport kiosks or try to switch out that little SIM card that's so hard that pops out and flings around, or have a moment where, why is my phone not working? What's going on here in the middle of traveling? All you do is download the Simify app, choose your destination, purchase your plan, and scan the QR code. Once you land, you set up your settings in your phone to a Simify line and enable data roaming, and you're online within minutes. So to avoid all of this, when we travel again, we're gonna have this already set up on our phones. So if you're traveling soon, get your Simify eSIM before you fly and use our code GOOD15 to get 15% off. Link will be in the description. Now back to the dusty work.
You see, we were having trouble here because of the overhang of the house was not allowing the forklift to get in there. It was too tall. So we said, the world just didn't know that they were dealing with a couple geniuses up between me and the delivery driver. I said, how about we just put these 2x6 extendos on the fork and we can just push it, blade it up there. My little my last little piece here on the bottom might have got a little banged up. That one might have got a little shimmy to it, but you'll need some cuts when you're doing drywall and it should work out just fine.
the next day. Matt built the wall. He has a 3-foot opening, I think at least 3-foot opening for the entrance to the butler's pantry. It's gonna need more work there, but it's time to erect the wall.
Yeah, we had to go with a 3-foot wide door because I told Kirsten if she's gonna have a 300 square foot pantry, I'm obviously gonna get a lot wider because I'm gonna fill it with snacks. So we had to go bigger for the door. I made a mistake when I laid it down on the floor to nail the whole pieces together. At the top, there's drywall, so it's 1 inch too small. At the bottom, there is no drywall, so I messed that up. Now I kind of have to hodgepodge it, stand it up, make my measurements, and then nail it once it's already been erected. Shouldn't be that big of a deal, but slight oversight on my part.
All right, let's do it. Was the dog barking necessary?
Yes. So now that she's all in there, she's in the right spot. Kristen said, ooh daddy, when she walked through the garage, and she said, yeah, that's perfect off that wall, be plenty of light in here. So we got that going for us, and now I just have to put in my top piece and then run all my little top cutters, and this bad boy will be ready for drywall. It's dad can time. You might be wondering why I got 2 buckets and a ladder. We've been going through some crazy weather here with the rain lately, and my gutters are completely full. I have not been keeping up with my neighbors who are perfect with their yards. I have neglected them, and I got to get up there because all the water was waterfalling over the gutters, and it looks super dangerous. So I'm gonna make it quick. I'm not gonna kill you, but this is life, and you just got to keep up with it. A lot of y'all wanted to sign a life of Bear. We've been showing her. She don't pop up as much as she used to on the boat. But she's a sweet girl. She's live. She's living her best life in the garage for now till we get the outside patio set up for her. Sweet girl. But listen, y'all ain't got to worry about Bear. When Bear goes, I'm going to be climbing right behind her into that hole because I can't live without that sweet cat. She is a cat, but she's my dog. So I know some of y'all was worried. Got to answer the question for you. Bear is still alive, thriving. All right, so now it's on to something a little more serious. I got my whole big deck out here. Got the pool. Sweet baby is about to turn 1 year old, coming up here pretty soon. About 6 weeks away, but she's coming up on a year. Big Mama said she wants to have a pool party for the baby. I don't know why a 1 year old needs a pool party, but I do not argue with my beautiful wife. She's the genius. She's the architect of all this madness. So I have to get the deck. It's slippery. Cousins are going to be out here running. It's got some nuisance spots that I have to now knock it all out.
Matt did a beautiful job pressure washing the patio. It came out sick. I mean, it's obviously still not the best patio in the world, but it looks a lot better. Now, my FedEx delivery has been here. I got my outdoor furniture in that I scoured hours and hours on the internet. If you ask Matt, he would be embarrassed of how much time I spent scouring the internet to find the three things: comfort, low price, and good looking. So let's see what I got. We gotta build it all. Let's hope it doesn't take too long. It's time to get rid of the infamous, what do you call this, a buffet hole?
That was my nickname in high school.
That was not your nickname in high school, buffet hole.
Because I was buff and I was an a-hole.
Anyways, this is where you're supposed to toss your meals in for the dining room, but this is not going to be a dining room anymore. This is going to be an office. So we're getting rid of this hole. We got to cut out around here, fill it in with some frame, and then we're going to be able to get the drywall going.
Listen, this house was built in the 80s. It was a hustle and bustle time. You couldn't possibly be bothered to walk around the wall to hand your food. You had to have a short stop to toss the food in. But we're getting rid of it. We're long walkers now. down to the bare frame. It's got these wingers in here. Of course we knew that. That's what made this octagonal. Would that be an octo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it would be an octagon.
Octagon's 8.
Well, it would be. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't ever correct me in front of the
It's
fans.
not an octagon though.
It's not an octagon, but it would be an octagon if they followed that shape. I don't even know what this would be called. If you guys know.
Pentagon.
I think it would technically be a pentagon, but I don't think it's a pentagon because a pentagon has the points. It would have a point here.
Anyways,
Angles. We're going to make it square. For the ease of me being able to patch it, I'm going to make it a square, so I got to get these kickers out of here, and then I'll find out where my wood is, and then I'll make it as square as possible just to make it a simple, easy breezy repair. Job and I got this square cut out perfectly, sick. I gotta put in my I'm gonna put a 2x4 here, 2x4 here to give me something to nail my patch to. Still gotta clean up that other side, but I'm gonna leave that for now to show me exactly where my 2x4 is gonna line
guys, we didn't get all of our deliveries in for our patio furniture. We still need the 2 ends of our sectional. We have cool ottomans. We got our nice fire pit. There's still pieces to that we need.
The chaise lounges.
We got the 2, how do you say it? Chaise?
Chaise.
Chaise?
Chaise.
I thought they were just chase.
Chaise.
Okay, 2 chaise lounges.
Chaise.
Those are actually really nice, great quality. I'm really hyped on those. The cushions are cushy. The actual furniture that we got, the sectional with the ottomans, I'm gonna say the quality's pretty low. I'm not gonna lie. It's not that great. The material is not, it's no Sunbrella, and I know
They did a good job
Sunbrella.
sewing it though, because it fit really nice on those cushions.
I don't know, it still was kind of wonky. Not the 100% best, so I don't recommend them, to be honest.
It's low to the floor, so if you're old.
Yeah, it's really low to the floor. I didn't see that dimension. All I saw was that it had like a 9-inch thick cushion, so I got hyped on that. But it's really low to the floor, so it's modern. It's gonna look cool. I think with the rug, the outdoor rug, it looks good. I gotta put color in there though. Maybe some blue.
Yeah, some blue pillows.
Outdoor pillows.
That will match the giant sailfish mount that I'm gonna have behind it. Really
You've
well.
never caught a sailfish before.
I'm just
so.
gonna buy one and make it up.
No, if you got a sailfish, I'll put it outside on the patio. They look cool.
Oh yeah, when do I have a time to get a sailfish? Let's see, I'm gonna find one of that pile of 2x4s.
You look like I just brought it
Am I
up.
gonna find a sailfish under that pile of 2x4s in there? Like I get to go fishing.
Anyways.
Uncle Joseph knows. I don't ever get to go fishing anymore. I'm just like
It's
the rest of
coming
these
out.
shops.
It's coming out. Matt is a magnificent man. He's doing a really great job. Don't roll your eyes at me. He's doing a really good job on this home renovation. He's one single man and he's killing it in my case, I think. We have a lot more work to do, but you got most of the framing done. Next video will be drywall. We are going to be ripping it. It's coming together, and once that, it's like plug and play, flooring, cabinets. It's going to be paint.
Plug and play. 2 words you've never heard with Kristen Davis. She's measured for the cabinets about 9,000 times. For every one stud I put in, she walks around and says, maybe we can put the cabinets here and then we just get off the ladder. We
I'm
remeasure
having
everything.
trouble.
But guys, look,
This
I had
is a lot
funny
harder than I thought
story.
it was gonna be.
We're running into like marital bliss here because Kristen today caught me and she was really worried about me because the FedEx guy came and I was just out there shooting the breeze with the FedEx guy because I pick up these bigger packages at the road so they don't have to bring them. So I'm out there, I'm like, oh man, what's it like being a FedEx guy? And he's like, oh, it sucks pretty bad. And he was like, it's so hot in this truck because the whole truck doesn't have any AC. Like, that's just one wide open van. So he's like, doesn't have any AC. And I was like, oh man, you should start like a... So Kristen's like walking out as we're having this conversation. And I'm like, dude, you should start like a TikTok. Call yourself like... Because I was telling him he should like spray himself with a mister, just make it look like he's profusely sweating all the time. And that it's like he's really hot in the truck all the time. So then Kristen walks up and I'm like, yeah, you could call your channel, you know, Hot FedEx Guy. And Kristen's like, what are you, flirting with the FedEx guy later? She thought I was just saying, hey, you're a Hot FedEx guy.
Well, he was rather good looking for a FedEx
Kristen
driver.
Kristen
No,
thought
not that he was my type.
she was getting hot and heavy for the FedEx driver.
not.
She tried to blame it
You're
on
the
me.
one who said.
I said, yeah, you name your TikTok Hot
This
Guy.
is sounding terrible. This is not.
It's just with things without context, you know. So if you ever see me talking to the FedEx guy, I might be calling him hot.
This is a weird story, guys. Thanks for watching. This is the end of this week's video. We need a break. We need a day or two off. And we're going to be back at it. So make sure you guys hit subscribe if you're new here. Comment down below. Check out our Patreon if you want to see real-time updates or the videos early. And talk to us. Go over there and message us. Crack a joke with us. We want to talk to you.
Yeah, throw a hashtag hot guy in the comments.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.